Hi. Today we are going to talk about how to write essays. For literature stuff, we would usually need to write essays, but most people just can't grasp the idea or how to write an essay. So, this video is constructed especially to teach you how to write one. We are going to teach you 3 ways in which you need to use the first and second or the first and third methods to successfully conquer essays. Firstly, there's this method called PTCSS. PTCSS is more of the component of an essay. What's PTCSS? It's plot, theme, character, setting, style. You can also say that character is who, plot is what, setting is where, and the theme is when, and style is why. How do you write an essay with PTCSS? Well, let's go through them one by one. First, there's plot. Plot, or storyline, is the rendering and ordering of the events and actions of a story, particularly towards the achievement of some particular artistic or emotional effect. So, of course, in an essay, there's supposed to be this certain thing you need to write about. Now that's the plot. Let's say that you need to write about how do you think stress affects your life. So, the main idea is how stress affects your life. Stress, not Shrek. And when you generate some ideas on this question, that's the plot. The first stepping stone. Second, there's theme. Theme is the broad idea, message, or lesson of a story. Let's use the same question as an example. How does stress affect your life? For this question, basically the theme is how stress affects your life. It may seem the same as plot, but it's different. Plot is how the story goes. Theme is the main idea of the story. Don't mix it up. Mix it up! Thirdly, there's character. Character is any person, personal, identity or entity whose existence originates from a fictional work or performance. So, in the question, how does stress affect your life? The character is none other than you. However, in lead questions, they may ask, for example, how is this person affected by that situation? Then in this case, the character is this person. Fourth, there's setting. Setting is the time and location in which the story takes place. In the question we are using as an example, how does stress affect your life? Again, the setting is now and here. However, let's say we are using To Kill a Mockingbird, where it's in the 1800s, and then the setting is in the 1800s. Lastly, there's style. Style might be the hardest, as style includes the multitude of choices fiction writers make, consciously or subconsciously, as they create a story. Not only do they include strategic choices such as point of view and narrator, but they also include the choices of grammar, punctuation, word usage, sentence, paragraph length, structure, tone, the use of imagery, chapter selection, titles, and on and on. In the process of writing a story, these choices melt to become the writer's voice, his or her own unique style. Confusing, isn't it? But in a nutshell, it means the writer's style. Some writers have a style of being all serious and such, while the style of others may be more light and fluffy, while some is just plain crack, I should say. However, when you understand a writer's style, it's basically half the battle won, and you will find it easier to understand the theme, character, plot, and setting. Well, this is it for PTCSS. In the next video, we are going to discuss about 2 more methods to write essays. The first being PEAL, PEAL.